Oh, let me put you on full screen. Okay. All right. I'm RJ. I'm here living in the moment, living for the moments, and I'm here with Shea. I forgot your last name. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Shea
Shea Standefer. It's
Standefer.
okay. It's kind of a complicated
Yeah.
last name.
Okay, and she does a lot of Star Wars cosplay, and I'm very honored that let me interview her. Just
Oh, anytime. I love talking to anybody who loves Star Wars is the cool guy in my book.
okay. Well, just we know where are you from, and just basically tell me where you're from, and like who do you cosplay? Like who do you like? What cosplays do you do?
So, I actually live in San Diego, California. But I'm up in LA quite a bit because I got a lot of cosplay friends up there. I usually try and make it up there a couple times a month. I mostly cosplay from Star Wars. I really, really love Star Wars a lot. And I express my love for Star Wars through my costumes.
Can I just say my favorite is Princess Leia? The slave Leia is my favorite.
Yeah. No, I sold my slave Leia costume because I bought a new one that is like better and more awesome. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to getting that one so that I can wear it. I don't know if you are aware that I'm actually going to Celebration Europe this summer because I have a print in the art show.
That's awesome. Well, I was actually doing some research on you before you got interviewed. Did you actually like work with Star Wars and designing some things or something, or?
No, I've done some sketch cards sets for Topps Trading.
Yes, that's what it was.
Sketch card sets. And then this is also a Lucasfilm thing. But what I was getting at is that I'm going to be bringing my Slave Leia costume to Celebration Europe to wear. I can't pack a whole lot because I'm only bringing one suitcase, but Slave Leia doesn't take up too much space. So. But my very favorite Star Wars character is Jaina Solo, and I have like 10 Jaina Solo costumes. Every time they come out with a new costume, I'm like on top of that.
Okay. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. So, what cons are you planning on attending this year?
I just got back from Fanime, which is an anime convention up in San Jose, and my next cons, I will be going to San Diego Comic-Con because I live right there, and I get a professional badge, so it works out. I'll be going to Celebration Europe. I will be going to Dragon Con this year in Atlanta, and I think I'll probably be going. There's a small convention called Stanley's Kamikaze in Long Beach, so I'll probably be going to that in October, and that'll be my.
I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's
my lineup for the year.
There's a con in here locally where I live at called PizzaCon, and they're going to have the guy who played Darth Vader, Chewbacca. Yeah, they're gonna have Chewbacca. And then, yeah, and somebody else. I cannot remember. They have like Battlestar Galactica. They have like 3 of the original Power Rangers going to be there. Like, it's a big star. Like, it's really big, and it's actually very abnormal for our area because we don't have a whole lot of big cons in Florida, like the Panhandle of Florida. Most of them are in South Florida. But okay. Let's see. Why do you cosplay?
Why do I cosplay? I am a very passionate person, and I really, when I get excited about something, I get really passionate about it. And in the past, when there was something that I was really excited about, I would draw. I would draw the thoughts and the things that I wanted to see, and then when I started going to comic book conventions, I saw all the people cosplaying, and I wanted to do that too because it was a very artistic thing, and it was really just another way to show my passion for my franchises that I love so much. And it's like drawing a picture or making a costume, or collecting statues. That's all sort of like different sides of the same coin. It's just a way to show your passion for your fandom. And that's why I started to cosplay. And then I got hooked, and now I can't stop.
Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite cosplay? And assuming you had no budget and you could make it, and I mean money was not an object, what cosplay would you do?
I have had a dream costume that I wanted to make for years. I've always wanted to make Queen Amidala's Invasion of Naboo dress, the red one.
Yeah.
With like the lanterns in the dress. And I saw that costume on display at FIDM in Los Angeles, and it was like the amount of detail that was on there, like you don't even appreciate how much detail is on the costume until you see it up close. Like the movie just doesn't do it justice. You have to see it in person. And it was always a costume that I just always wanted to do, but I never wanted to do it until I did it right, unless I could do it right. And I needed a lot of resources to do it right that I don't have right now. But one day I'd like to think I will have those resources.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm talking to my mom.
That's fine. It's alright. I have a dog over here that hears your voice and is trying to figure out where it's coming from.
You have a dog?
Yeah, it's a pit bull. She's.
Oh. I have a dog too.
Mine's too big to pick up.
I got a dog too.
Oh. I'm not picking. Well, I will shoot the camera down so you can see her. I don't know if you.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah.
Aw, here he is. What are you doing?
Sable.
What's her name? His name?
Sable.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Go lay down. But yeah. Anyway, okay. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
My favorite Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
It was like, I was like 13 the first time I saw it, and I was just getting to that point in my life where, like, I didn't think, like, guys and girls kissing was that gross. I kind of thought it was cool, And so when I saw Han Solo and Princess Leia kissing, I was like, oh, this is an awesome movie. And, it's just a very different movie from A New Hope, It's all the same characters, and then suddenly they're, like, not winning and not and everybody's getting captured and kidnapped, and it was just such a great movie. I like A New Hope a lot, and I like Return of the Jedi a lot, but definitely Return of the Empire Strikes Back is hands down my favorite. Han Solo is so handsome in that movie.
Okay. Are you up for some trivia questions? I have 3 Star Wars questions. They're random.
Sure.
Okay.
I hope I don't disappoint. We shall see.
What was Princess Leia's cell block number?
Oh, you're gonna ask me all these questions like, what was the docking bay, the Falcon, and what's the cell number?
That's the hardest one. That's the hardest one.
Okay, those are dumb questions because, like, everybody should know those questions. Every Star Wars fan should know those questions, but I don't know those. But I can tell you what planet Wedge Antilles is from. I can tell you, like how many Jedi died in, like, the Yushin Vong War, and, like, I can tell you all of these, like, totally obscure questions.
Let me
see if I can think about this. Wait, let me see if I can figure it out. 1136?
No. It was
okay.
AA-23.
Yeah, I would have never gotten.
Okay.
I would have failed that question on Star Wars Trivial Pursuit.
Okay. What does TIE stand for in the TIE fighters?
Twin ion engine.
Correct. Okay, and the last question: what is Darth Vader's full title?
Full title?
Yep.
Dark Lord of the Sith?
Yes, correct. Sorry, I just had 3 questions. I went to a trivia site and I was like, these questions.
Wait, what is Darth Vader's full title?
What you said. Dark
really?
Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, but
yeah, he's never actually like named that by name in the movie.
Yeah.
But,
when I saw the question, I was like, "It's Darth Vader, isn't it?" So, but
yeah. Well, I knew he was a Sith Lord, but I was like, "What's the official title of a Sith Lord?"
Yeah. Okay.
Dark Lord of the Sith. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. What do you think about Disney owning Star Wars now?
Well, I have mixed feelings about it. I've said before that I am a huge fan of the expanded universe, the Star Wars expanded universe. My very favorite Star Wars stories are straight out of the books. So, knowing that there's going to be new Star Wars movies that take place after Return of the Jedi, tells me that they are going to probably rewrite all the canon that was written between, like when Tim Zahn's Heir to the Empire, the Thrawn trilogy came out, like all of that's gonna be wiped out probably. And to that end, I'm really sad. I feel like I should pull up a video. Hang on a second. Give me like 2 seconds here. I feel like I should pull up a picture of my license plate because you will fully appreciate it. Just a second. Darn, I can't find it, but my license plate says Jaina Solo on it. It's JNASOLO, and it's like if a new Star Wars movie comes out and like they like wipe out that canon, like Jaina Solo will no longer be relevant. And there's a book series that was supposed to come out called Sword of the Jedi, which was a book series solely devoted to Jaina Solo, and I was so excited when I heard about it, and I haven't heard hide nor hair since, which tells me that they're probably like, Lucasfilm probably said, hey, we're going to be making movies, you might want to like knock it off on the series.
Yeah.
So to that end, I'm a little like sad because I fear the lives of my favorite characters are going to be gone.
Yeah.
On the flip side, maybe in some universe they might consider using Jaina Solo as the character. I guess I can't say anything until I find out. And also, I mean, it's more Star Wars. Like, I'm a Star Wars fan, so
yeah.
Even if I'm like really sad that my other Star Wars characters are gone, I'll be happy because I'm like, more Star Wars movies, yes.
I've always. I teeter-totter on the fence to Star Wars, Star Trek, I will admit. Like, sometimes I like Star Wars, sometimes I like Star Trek, and I mean, I teeter-totter on the fence of if I'm a Trekkie or if I'm Star Wars, so, but, alright, well, I'm at the ending of my interview. Is there anything you want to tell your fans, and fellow cosplayers that are getting into cosplaying?
Is there anything that I would like to tell them who are just starting to get into
like
it?
just getting starting?
I would like to tell them that I would really, really, really love to see a lot of positivity in the community. The costuming community is not the same as it used to be. 10 years ago, you would go to these cons and it was just like camp cosplay. Like everybody was friends with everybody, and like there was no such thing as like famous cosplayers. Which, granted, I'm not against the idea of famous cosplayers. I think it's great that cosplay is getting like some mainstream attention, but I think it's important to. I very much would like to see the right people represent the community, and I think the only way of representing the community is to show everybody support. I think everybody needs to help everybody. This is why I like doing interviews, because I don't want anybody to think that they can't talk to me or come up to me at a con. I'm very approachable, and I love talking about how to make things, what to do with the skills that you have. Not everybody knows how to fiberglass, and that's okay. There's plenty other ways around it. I would really like to just really like to see the costuming community continue to be a positive thing for anybody who's just getting started in it. And I wouldn't want anybody to feel like threatened or scared away by anybody who is not positive about it.
Oh, and do you have anything for your fans? Because you only have like 5,000 fans, I saw. But I mean, your people.
I try not to look at them as fans. Like, I mean, I appreciate the support from everybody. Like, but I don't. It's very important to me for people to know that, like, I'm not looking for likes on my page. I just want people to. I want them to be able to take something away from my page. Like, if, I want them to be able to ask questions, or or if they want to see my photos and they just like looking at my photos or my slave layout photos, that's totally cool too. I just want everybody to be able to take something away from it, and I don't ask people for likes just to like boost my page numbers. That's not important to me. It's just what's important to me is everybody knows that I'm a very personable person and I like helping people, and if anybody has any questions to ask, they are more than welcome to like contact me on Facebook, or come up to me at a con. I love to talk, so you're in good shape. If you like to talk, I'm a good person to talk to.
I will say, you honest to God did shock me because I sent out like over 100 emails to cosplayers all over Facebook, and when
I know that.
And I get responses here and there, but like I was sitting there and I was going through sending emails, and you popped up and said sure, and I was like, whoa. And I literally almost fell out of my chair.
You know what? I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. I know some people are very busy, and that is probably 90% of the people who don't get back to you is probably they're just too busy to do this, and I can't speak for everybody. Maybe they just didn't feel like it, but I take every opportunity I can to reach out there to people, and so they, if they want to ask me questions, I see this as no different than just like answering a question on Facebook, but I think this is great because this is going to have a broader reach than I can really reach.
Well, see, and that's when I started this, I just went to a con. I was like, you like, people go on Facebook, they see your pictures, and they see you dressed up, but a lot of times they don't know who that person is behind that costume.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. And pictures only show like one view. I just got off of work. Like, I'm covered. I'm a letter brush artist at SeaWorld San Diego, and I paint these names and I put glitter on the names, and I'm covered in glitter every day. And so I'm covered in glitter. I'm dirty. I don't have any makeup on, I want people to be able to see that I'm like just as normal as everybody else.
And also, talking to people, I had a lot of friends say, "Oh, they just put an outfit on and go to a convention." I was like, "There's more to it. Like, these people make y'all's outfits." And
I personally make almost every costume that the only costume that I did not make for myself was my slave Leia costume. And I'm getting a new one made, not by myself. But that was a little, like, there are so many good costumes out there, like good slave Leia costumes, that it was, like, more financially, it just made more sense to just buy one than to go through the struggle of making myself. But that being said, I make almost every single one of my costumes, and I take a lot of pride in it, it's an art form for me. I'm an artist, and it's just another way to express my love through my art.
How much time?
We get crazy. We put a lot of money.
How much time do you pick up one of your outfits? How much time did you put? Like, how much man hours does it take when you go into making an outfit?
It all depends on the costume. I don't know if you've seen my Jaina Solo costume. It's the Savudu costume. It's the one. It's the Stealth X pilot costume. It's kind of black leather and stuff like that. I saw that picture for the very first time 10 days before like 2 weeks before I left for celebration last year.
Okay.
And I knew that I wanted to make that costume, and I needed to make it for celebration. There was just like no like convincing me otherwise. I had to do it. And so I made that costume start to finish in 10 days. And that was a pretty complex costume. So, and I took a few days off of work so that I could finish it. So it could range, and it could take 10 days. It could also maybe take me a few months. Like some of my other costumes, like I'll work on it a little at a time. I won't like finish it all at once. It really depends on which costume that you're working on. But it's safe to say every costume I make probably has at least 20 hours into it.
Oh, wow.
If not a lot more than that.
Well, thank you so much for doing the interview with me today. Like,
you're so welcome. Anytime.
You could I had like 5 friends on Facebook that were like, I was like, when I like was going through, I found you via somebody else's page, and like I hadn't researched you, and then like when I was talking to the other cosplayer, and she was just like, she freaked out when I told her I was like, well, okay, now I gotta go look in depth, and I started looking. I was like, oh my, I really got nervous. I was just like,
no, it's all good, man. We are all, look, my attitude is that we are all in this together. We all found this we all found the geek community because we were all geeks, and we all have similar backgrounds. Like I was totally picked on in school for being a Star Wars nerd. Like I remember, like I had some kid take my Star Wars book and like throw it around and kick it around, and I just like I remember that so distinctly. And I remember thinking, like, I just wish I had a place to go where everybody understood me. And then I found conventions.
Yeah.
And we're all in it together, man. We've all been there, and we birds of a feather really got to stick together.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again. Is there anything you want to add before we go?
No, just thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time to. I'm sorry again that it took me so long to do this with you, but I'm glad we were able to organize it, and best of luck to you in all of your endeavors.
All right. Well, my name is RJ, and this is Shea
Standefer.
Sorry. I'm bad with names. Shea Standefer, and this is Living for the Moment, signing off till next time. Bye.